It is a unique situation, one of the most beautiful places in West Michigan with schools that typically rank in the top 20 percentile in the state.
But schools in Saugatuck and Douglas are worried about declining enrollment. And the reasons for the drop are something you rarely hear. 24-hour News 8's Danny Carlson talked with school and city leaders. New at 6.
Saugatuck's superintendent tells us that there's a bunch of things going on. It's expensive to buy a house here. There are a lot of rental properties, a lot of empty nesters, a lot of things that add up to mean fewer kids who would go to school. It's almost like it's being punished because it's too beautiful here.
Yeah, it is a unique situation.
Here's the problem. Douglas Elementary is in the top 10% of schools in the state, but the number of kids who go here declines each year. Incoming classes are at about 58 students compared to this year's graduating class of 85.
We have fewer kids living here. What can we do about it? Can we attract more of those families that can afford to live here and then work on some affordable housing and some of the land that's available? These are just some of the conversations I think we have to have.
District Superintendent Rolf Timmerman says Saugatuck can't just be marketed as a vacation spot. He says he also wants to see the city step up and create more affordable housing. He says a home in Saugatuck costs about $100 grand more than in neighboring districts. He also says he wants to see the city zoning fewer new rental properties.
You can't allow those to turn into weekly rentals. That doesn't do anything for the schools. It certainly doesn't do anything for our businesses here if people are only here 2-3 weeks at a time.
Saugatuck's city manager, Kirk Harrier, who told us he couldn't afford to live in the city when he first moved here, said that while the city supports the schools, he says things like Saugatuck building more low-cost housing isn't really a viable option. And as far as zoning out rental properties, it's something that the city council could do. But
the council did discuss that in the past, and there wasn't a lot of people that were in favor of that because of the property values.
Do you think there's anything that can be done to sort of make everybody happy within 2 years?
I don't know. I really don't.
The superintendent says that the enrollment issue isn't a major concern right now, but he says if something doesn't happen within the next 2 years, it could be. In Douglas tonight, Danny Carlson, 24-hour News 8.